It's time for the X and Y Show with your host, Mr. Roosevelt. He talks about man topics, lady topics, and relationships. He talks about love, sex, and infidelities. He even gives good tips. There is no other show that compares to the X and Y Show.
Oh yeah. Sit back, take your clothes off, and relax. It's time for the X and Y Show, where real relationship issues are talked about and addressed. The only place on the planet that tackles the topics that everyone wants to talk about, but no one is brave enough to address. Nothing escapes X and Y, baby. Now, here's your host, Roosevelt Colbert.
And greetings, and greetings. Welcome to another segment of the X and Y Show, and I'm your host, Roosevelt. And tonight we have another special show that I'm going to talk to you about. I got the idea of tonight's show from a friend off of Facebook. I'm not going to mention her name. I don't put her on blast because I don't know if she would. Well, she probably wouldn't mind. But I'm not going to do that. She knows who she is. But she asked a question a few weeks back based on tonight's topic. And I just thought I'd talk about it because a lot of women ask this, including some family members that I have, women in general and men. But, this has been a question that has been asked over the years, or decades rather. Tonight I'm going to just put my twist on it. I'm going to answer the question. It's really simple. I don't know why, society tends to, blow it out of proportion or, give it more credit than it is or make it rocket science. It's really very simple. So anyway, without further ado, let's get into tonight's episode. The real reason why some fathers fall short in paying child support. Again, tonight's episode. The real reason why some fathers, I say some fathers fall short in paying child support. Now, before I start tonight's episode, I just want to say sometimes it's the other way around. There are sorry-ass mothers out there as well. Okay. I'm aware of that. There's sorry women out there who doesn't fulfill their responsibilities to their family or their children as well. But I think we would all agree that it mostly happens when the father are deadbeats. And I don't want to say deadbeats. That's a term that we generalize a lot of men, when they don't pay child support, they're deadbeats. And some are. But, you shouldn't just call them deadbeats because they're not deadbeats. Sometimes there's there's another reason that comes into play that, they're not deadbeats. It's just something else. So anyway, let's get into tonight's episode. Child support. I remember working for the city of Atlanta a long time ago. Well, not too long, but, it was a while back. It's one of my first accounting positions. And I was on garnishments. And I was taking, basically, layman's terms, I was taking money out of city of Atlanta employees' checks biweekly. From the general employees, the firemen, policemen, and so forth. And some of the checks that were getting hit by child support, I don't know how those guys survived. If they were getting paid, $1,500 bi-weekly, and you get child support coming out of $900, $950, depending on how many children there are, I don't know how those guys survived. But, that's shit. I used to wonder, how do those guys survive off of that money? But, in looking at that, there's a site that says, let me see, it's by a site that's called Denmond and Denmond. Basically telling you as far as Florida goes, the child support calculator. So if you make over $10,000, the guideline stipulates that you'll pay percentages of your income to child support. So one child, you pay 5% of your income, 2 children, 7.5%, 3 children, 9.5%, 4 children, 11%, 5 children, 12%, and 6 children up to 12.5% of your income. Now there's a calculator on there as well, and I just played around with it. So basically, if the father was making $50,000 a year, and had his weekends, 2 overnights, no daycare. I just did it like a kid that was first grade, second grade, or something like that. And I calculated it, and it said that the monthly child support would be a little more than $1,400. That's a lot of damn money. Shit, like, damn. But when you figure that, it's really not that much money. Because, the mother is usually taking care of the child. She's doing everything. She's taking that child to band practice. She's taking that child to football practice, baseball practice. She's taking that child to the dentist. She's taking that child to the doctor. She's taking that child to get his new glasses. Taking that child to the library. All kind of shit. Now, not to say that fathers don't contribute to that. There's some fathers that also, when they're divorced, they contribute to their children's well-being as well. But it's only so much you can do, right? You're not living with the child 24/7 a day like the woman is. And so the woman, and I haven't even mentioned feeding that little motherfucker. So it's a lot of money that comes into play when child support. But a lot of guys seem to still neglect their duties. And I'll tell you why. It's simple. It's not because they are, they don't like their children. It's not because they're deadbeats. Well, some guys are. Some guys are just sorry. Some guys won't even get jobs where they can trace the Social Security number, and so they can take the money out automatically. Yeah, there's some boo-boos out there. There's some sorry guys. Now, but for the most part, listen up, ladies. This is really not that hard. It really isn't. For the most part, the reason why your ex does not want to pay child support regularly is because he's angry. He's angry. Depending on how the divorce went, depending on how the circumstances you guys split up or whatever, he's angry with you. So he's going to take it out on you and the child. Fuck both of you. Is it right? No. No, it's not right. But that's the only way most men can get back. The judge has awarded so much of child support, and the guy gets even more angry. Now you have a new boyfriend getting the pussy. He's angry at that. Somebody's in there fucking his old lady that he, in the house that he bought or helped bought. Somebody in there getting the pussy. That makes him more angry. So he's just angry. I'm not paying that bitch nothing. Fuck her. Fuck both of them. Fuck the child too. That's what it's all about. It's about anger. It's not about anything else. It's not about he can't afford it. It's not about he's he's just hating society, or he's just waiting for the right moment. All that bullshit that society try to say. It's just that he's mad. He's mad at you. He don't want you to move on, even though he don't want you. Well, sometimes he actually do still want you. That's another show. But he doesn't want you, so it's like, if he can't have you, nobody will. And he's going to make you miserable as much as he can. So he's not giving you shit, and he's, what a lot of guys don't equate that as, it's not about the woman. It's about your child. It's about your daughter. It's about your son, which had nothing to do with the split up from you and your ex. Child didn't ask to be in the world. But a lot of guys can't equate with that. They like, fuck it. No. I don't want to hear none of that. I'm angry and I'm taking it out on both of their asses. Fuck both of them. I'm not paying child support. I'm not going by to take that little bastard to the zoo. I'm not taking them to the movies. Nothing. I don't want shit to do with none of them. And they ain't getting no damn money. That's what it's all about. It's about anger. Root anger. That's what it's all about. It's not rocket science. And I heard so many of my friends say, I ain't giving that bitch nothing. And it's not just, it's not narrowed down to any particular race either. It's blacks, whites, Hispanics, they've all said it. I ain't giving that bitch nothing. She spend money on getting her nails done, getting her feet done, get her hair done. I ain't giving her no damn money for child support. She wasting my money. And again, a lot of guys can't equate rationally that, of course, damn, the woman gonna get her hair done. She gonna get her feet done, her nails done. She gonna buy nice panties from Victoria's Secret and all kind of stuff. She's gonna get that done. That's what she normally would do with her money. But because she's having to pay out more because your ass not there, then that kind of like the money that you giving her kind of compensate for that. She's spending out a lot more, but double, sometimes triple, than because you're not there. It's just her, and God forbid if it's more than one, it could be 2, 3 even. So, yeah, she gets her hair done. Yes, she gets her feet done. Yes, she gets her nails done. Yes, she buys sexy panties from Victoria's Secret. But that's her money, things she would do anyway. But because she has to pay out more money and with raising your child and providing a roof over his or her head, comfort, AC, that shit costs money. Food, gotta feed their little asses. Gotta clothe them, school clothes, yearly. It's all kind of expenses that they are carrying the ball on. Now, I know a lot of you guys are saying, well, that's I don't know why you saying that, Roosevelt. I take care of my kids. I buy them clothes. Well, good for you. Shit, give you a cookie. I'm not talking to you. If you taking care of your business, you helping your ex with the kids, you helping them with the clothes, you helping them with the financials. You doing your thing, you holding your shit down. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the guys who not holding shit down, who not helping support their seed that come from their nuts. I'm talking to the guys who's not fulfilling their responsibilities to their children. Guys, your ex, yeah, you're not together no more, but she's housing your children. She has a roof over their head, got them a comfortable AC, got the water on so they can take baths and wash their asses, feeding them, cooking food for them, going to the grocery store, buying food, school clothes, recreational, going to the movies, and plays, and Christmas, and all kind of shit. All that shit costs money. Not to mention going to the doctor, buying drugs and prescriptions and all kind of shit, glasses and all kind of stuff. So you are not there. So everything is falling on the mother. Very expensive. So a lot of times the money that they give for child support doesn't even pay for everything. It usually just helps out, but it really don't pay for everything. And a lot of you guys, now don't get me wrong, some of you guys are getting fucked. Some guys, you guys are paying a lot more than you should. I mean, that's been evidence. I mean, that's unfortunate that sometimes that happens. Unfortunately, that happens sometimes. But you have to realize that a lot of times you just can't worry about that stuff. You can't worry about that stuff. You have to take care of your children. And I'm speaking from, personal experience because my sister, she had that problem with the son. No help. No help. And if it wasn't for my parents, if my parents wasn't around, for most of the time, I don't know what she would have done. It would have been a lot harder. And a lot of women out there are going through that, getting no help, no child support, and having to do everything. It's very hard. I can't even imagine that shit. I can't even imagine it. Really. So, I would look at it as me personally, I'm not there. I would be glad to pay my ex the money to take care of our child or our children. I know a lot of you guys are saying that's even you say, motherfucker. You ain't paying them up. Yeah, okay. But I'm just speaking from, if that's my child, why would I want to help take care of it? I'm not worried about if she gets her hair done. I'm not worried about if she getting her feet done. I'm not worried about how much she go to Macy's and all that shit. I'm worried about if my children got a roof over their head, if they're eating adequately, getting 3 meals a day, going to the doctor when they need to go to the doctor, having lights, that's what I'm worried about, the necessities. And some luxuries too. If I can afford it, I want my children to have some luxuries. I have no problem paying for that. But a lot of guys don't see it that way, and they never will, because they are angry. They are angry at the woman. Being how the divorce went, how the split up went. It was a bad divorce. They lost the house, they lost everything. Everything went to the ex-wife. Whatever the case may be. Or they're not together no more, and they're angry about that. Like I said earlier, now someone else is in the house that they helped buy, getting the pussy. They're angry about that. So it's all kind of things. So now they want to get back at the woman any way that they can. Any way. By any means necessary. So if the only way that they can get back with the ex is financially, then so be it. If they know that by not giving that woman child support, or giving it to her late, or 1 month you give her, $100, the next month you give her $20, fucking with her. Sometimes they don't give her nothing. They know by messing with the women financially, if that's the only way that they can get back at that woman, then so be it. They do it. That's why they don't do child support. That's the main reason. It's that they're angry with how things worked out. And they don't distinguish between the woman and the child. Yes, they be angry with the woman. Okay, you kind of understand that. She took all this shit. Okay, you cannot understand it. But don't take it out on your child. But that's what most guys said. One of my friends told me, he said, if he took me to court again and tried to get more money, I was going to fuck both of them. That's what he said. If he took me back to court, I was going to say fuck both of them. I ain't paying nothing else. So that's what a lot of guys, they fall into the rut of being angry, but they take the anger out on their children. They take the anger out on their children, which is bad. That's bad. When you take the anger out on your kids, that's not a good thing. That's your kids. They didn't ask to come here. They didn't do anything. Yet you're angry at your ex, so you're gonna take it out on everybody. That includes the kids. Fuck them too. It's their fault. A lot of guys see it as being their fault. Yeah, a lot of guys see it that way. If it weren't for this little bastard, I wouldn't have to pay child support. Anyway, I'm going to take about a 10 seconds for station identification.
Welcome back to the X and Y Show. Hope you're enjoying tonight's episode. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Google, Instagram, and Tumblr. Well, alright. Back to our real cute teddy bear of a host, Roosevelt.
But yeah, it's a lot of guys actually blame the children for the predicament of having to pay money out. If they little asses weren't here, I wouldn't have to be paying all this money. Anger. But most of it is from being angry at the woman. Angry at the ex. So if they feel if they can withhold a certain amount of money from them each month, or don't give them money at all, messing up their finances, making things hard for them, hard for, if they're married again, hard for their family, then so be it. That's their way of getting back. That's their way of taking out their frustrations out on someone. Somebody got to suffer. I'm suffering. Somebody got to suffer. A lot of fellas, can't afford, when they're paying child support, they can't afford their own place, and a lot of them got to move back with their parents. A lot of them are going through financial troubles, can't hardly pay their car note, whatever the case may be. They're suffering, and that makes them more angry. So they want someone to suffer with them. Anger, that's what it's all about. That's why guys don't pay child support. They're angry. It's not rocket science. No, don't get me wrong. There's always exceptions to the rule. Some guys are sorry. They just don't want to pay. Some guys were not taught how to be providers. That's all. We can talk about that all night. About the reasons, all the reasons. We can't talk all damn night. But the main reason, they're angry. Angry with the woman. That's what it's all about. It's not rocket science. I'm not paying that bitch nothing. Fuck Junior too. I just make it up to him when he come over my house for the weekend. I buy him a pizza or something. Yeah, that's what a lot of guys think like. I make it up to him when he come over here. I take him for ice cream. You know, when you get them your two nights out of the week, some of you don't even do that. You know, and I think that stems from a greater problem that we have in society. You know, it really bothers me. It really does. When I see a family that breaks up, especially with kids. If you don't have kids, I still hate to see a marriage break up, but it doesn't affect me if it doesn't, you know, have kids. You know, when I see a family that breaks up with kids, that really, really, really bothers me. And I know a lot of times it can't be helped, but, you know, because it won't be the same. You know, a lot of you saying the kids, you know, the father's right across town, and anytime I need them, or, you know, the mother's right across town. Some of you are that lucky. Some of you, the other parent is in another state. It's not going to be the same, you know. And I'm not saying that single households cannot be successful. That would be a very inaccurate statement. You know, there are single mothers and single fathers who have done it, but it's it's not something that you volunteer for. You know, I guarantee you ask any single mother or single father, you know, would you do it alone, or would you volunteer to do it alone, or would you rather have someone? If they have any kind of common sense, they would say, yeah, I would have liked my husband to be here or my wife to be here. Yeah. But a lot of times they played the hand that they were dealt with. But I really hate to see a family break up. It's not going to be the same. You know, and a lot of guys, you know, think that just because they're doing a check or giving that child support every month, they're doing their fatherly obligations. I'm paying my money. That's all I have to do. You know, that's what I mean. It's not, you're not doing your father obligations by just paying child support. That's a start. That's a start. But you have to do more to be a father. You know, you have to teach your son how to be a man. You know, and since you're not there in the house, it's going to be more difficult. So you have to be extra on top. You got to teach them how to be a man, how to treat women, you know, how to respect women, how to respect their elders. You know, you have to do the little shit, like to help them with their first shave, help them how to tie a tie, show them how to shake a man's hand when they meet him for the first time. You have to show your daughter how to be respected by a man. You know, you have to show your daughter how to conduct herself where men will respect her. You have to do that. You have to do everything. It's not just giving a check, not just giving child support. That's a start. But a lot of you don't even do that. And why? Because you're angry. You're mad at the woman, so fuck them all. And thus the cycle begins. So the father is non-existent, you know, in the lives of his children. So they grow up fatherless. You know, sometimes they turn out okay, sometimes they don't. But why should that kid have to suffer because you're angry? You know, people have to grow up. That's the bottom line of society. People have to grow up. Yes, you and your ex are not together no more. Yes, she fucked you in the divorce proceedings. Well, but that's something you have to get over. For your kids. For your children, for your future. You know, hopefully one day your kids might give you some grandkids one day. for your future. That's your that's your product from your nuts. I mean, that's your DNA or whatever, your seed, however you want to say it. That's you. That's your essence. You should want the very best for them. So don't worry about if your ex is getting her hair done. Don't worry about if she's getting her nails painted. Don't worry about if you see her in Macy's buying nice panties. It's none of your damn business. She's holding down her obligations by taking care of y'all's child or children. Pay child support so compensate for that. Do your duty as a man, as a father. Make sure that your children is provided for. You're angry with her? Fine. Don't take it out on your kids. Don't take it out on your future. Don't take it out on your essence. Don't take it out on you. That's what you're doing. And it does affect the children. It really does. My nephew, my youngest nephew, it really, he tried to hide it sometimes more than others. I think the older he got, it got easier to hide when he's playing sports and stuff like that. But, certain things would always come up where I can tell it bothered him. It's like, his father didn't really do anything. And, that it does affect the children. It does. So guys, the next time it's due for that child support check and you thinking about saying, fuck them, I'm not sending shit. Think about what you're doing. Think about the consequences that your decision for not making sure that your children are provided for. Think about the consequences that may happen. Maybe their lights get turned off. Maybe they can't buy, your ex, she can't buy food for the house. Enough food. If it's cold, you live in a cold climate, maybe she can't afford the heat. So your kids are suffering because you're angry with her. Now that's what I call a deadbeat. That's what I call a bitch who doesn't fulfill his fatherly responsibilities because he's angry with his ex. So what if she's getting 9 inches by somebody like Rosa? It's none of your business. Your only business is that your children are taken care of. That's it. Don't worry about what she's doing. Don't worry about what she's doing with her money. Because most of her money, or a lot of her money, is going for the betterment of your kids that you had together. So help her take care of your kids. That's what a real man does. That's what the fatherly thing is to do. Take care of your kids. Take care of your own. Take care of your responsibility. And don't get me wrong, I can understand you being angry. She took all your shit, got you living in your mama's house. You can't drive around a new car. Okay, I get it. I get it. I really do. I empathize with you. I do. But don't take it out on your kids. I can't even imagine that shit. Because I didn't send my child support payment, my kids are somewhere in a cold house. It happens too. It happens. Sitting my kids in a cold house. My kids in a house without lights. They can't see. Can't have light to do their homework. Don't have a refrigerator. don't have food in the refrigerator, don't have decent clothes, can't go to the doctor. My kids. No, that wouldn't happen. That wouldn't happen. And I'm going to tell you something. Fellas who are taking care of their business, you need to check your friends with that bullshit. You need to check them. You need to tell them that that's bullshit what you're doing. You need to take care of your kids, man. Check their ass. Now, they might not listen to you, but at least check their ass so they know they don't be coming to you with that bullshit no more. I ain't seen her nothing. Check their ass. So that means the next time they won't tell you that bullshit. Not taking care of their kids, not fulfilling their fatherly responsibilities because of anger. They're mad. So they want everybody to suffer. That's how they're going to get back. Wake up, people. Grow up. These kids are growing up in fucked up environments. It's going to be it's going to be the end result. They're going to be grown people in 20 years, 18 years. Some will be okay. Some won't be. Grow up, folks. Men, take care of your responsibilities. Pay your child support. It's not about the woman. It's not about her. It's not about her getting her hair done. It's not about her doing her thing. It's not about her. It's about your kids. Take care of your kids, man. That's the right thing to do. That's the manly thing to do. That's the fatherly thing to do. Take care of your kids. So it shouldn't be fuck Junior too. No, it shouldn't be that way. I'm mad at her, but I'm gonna take care. I'm gonna make sure my kids are taken care of. That my kids are provided for. That's what all that should matter. Because after all, those kids are part of you. They're your legacy. And karma's a bitch. Those same kids might have to wipe your ass one day. So be careful. Anyway. I hope you enjoyed tonight's episode. It is now 10 days before Halloween. I'm thinking about doing a special Halloween episode for, since Halloween fall on a Tuesday, it's kind of hard to do. The next Friday will be after Halloween, so I think I'm gonna do a special holiday episode next week. So do something kind of Halloweeny topic. I don't know, bondage or some shit. I don't know. So keep an eye out for that. I might decide to do it. I think I will do it. So I'm gonna do a special Halloween episode, and I'll do another episode after that, regular time as well, for the bi-weekly. But next week will be like a special bonus episode for Halloween. So keep an eye out on that. And be sure to check out the X&Y Show on various different outlets. You can catch me on Stitcher. You can catch me on TuneIn, iTunes, and Google Play, and Blueberry as well. So be sure to check out the one that you listen to. Subscribe and listen to me and follow me, and I would very much appreciate it. Also, I'm on social media. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Tumblr, and I'm on Twitter. You can find everything at my website, which is www.thexyshow.com, www.thexyshow.com. Everything's there. Social media, listening outlets, everything is there. So you can find as well as the archived episodes that you may have missed. Also, the X and Y store is there. You can buy a t-shirt or iPhone covers, Android covers. I got some new t-shirts in there for Halloween, so be sure to check that out as well. I think you'll like some of that stuff. And there's a contact form. You can send anything, constructive criticisms, any shows that you would like to hear, topics that you would like to for me to talk about, whatever. Or just say hello. Send something there as well. And I will definitely get back to you at my earliest convenience. So, without further ado, remember that I'm going to do a special Halloween episode next week. I haven't decided the topic yet. Probably something bondage. I think it's going to be something Halloween-y type. So, check me out on Twitter for that. Look out for it. And the week after that, it'll be regular programming that is bi-weekly for the XY show now. So, without further ado, I think that will do it for this week. And, hey, I enjoyed tonight's episode. I hope you did too. And I want you to always remember that you cannot have love without X and Y. Later.
You've been listening to The X and Y Show with your host, Roosevelt Colbert, the place where real relationship issues are talked about and addressed. Join us next time. You can now put your clothes back on. Or not.